put together, operator. Now get out there and...
Cut down the...
and make the Lotus proud.
Wait, wish I could make my own. Yeah, go be.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them, and you are feral.
And pests are coming out already. Where? Okay. Kind of has grasp on him now.
Don't let you go anywhere.
Alright, they're fine.
Survivors have just reached the safety of our transport. Keep them coming.
You know what? It's probably better if I put it at the doorway. I'm not entirely sure which room it came out of. Yeah, of course. There we go. Yep, it's the one escort mission in the entire game. It's not it's not popular, if you can guess. Alright. Oh, I can extract already. That's great. That is great. Whew. Honestly, I was meant to prepare to be in there for a lot longer. Wait, so you don't even want sex? You just want violence. Alright. Alright, now for the last node. This planet. How do I want to do this? I think Gales would be fine. So it's a question of what do I want to pelt him with. Give the Ferox a go. God, I wish this wasn't here. Well, suppose I'll look at his weaknesses then.
Operator, please return
Covered in blood.
safe and sound.
And fine. That should be good. Okay, what was his name again? Was it Rex? No, it wasn't Rex. Huh. Where could this mad lad be? It was a Rook? What's his name? Rook. General Sargas Rook. Yeah, that's the guy. So I thought he does have alloy armor, but he is still weak to viral, so that's fine. Radiation would still be better though. Rad would still be the better bet, but if I have to do viral, then at least that's okay-ish. problem is which freaking primary? If I didn't need to land such precise shots, I would bring the Tonkor. A Thumper does great, but I do need to... But precise shots are a must, so maybe the Hind? Maybe the Hind. I'll bring a Hind. Alright, do I have an... Okay. Oh, that's right. That's a toxin there in the ribbon. That complicates things. I guess Rubico then. Could be. Cyanoid, I will go for VII. Nevenka will stay as they are, except I'll copy Warframe colors. Yep, she also Verglass, that's good. Great menu music. Oh, that's so slow. No wonder I put fast hands in all of the configs.
General Sargus Rock has become a problem for our artifact recovery efforts. Several of our big sites in this sector have been attacked and annexed by Rock and his fleet. Take Rock
Nope.
out.
Get nothing.
Rock is nearby. Be warned that he is a formidable adversary with an almost inhuman...
I'm honestly impressed that's still insta-kills.
Close one.
Forget the Lotus. Grineer are your masters. Submit for mercy.
Let's go.
I should probably disable alarms before I fully challenge his ass. Oh. Oh boy.
Will allow us to regain control of the system. I'm detecting a large security force heading your way. It's the Grineer.
Alright, you need to shut up. I need to do that. that, and I'm not 100%, but close enough.
There is the assassination target. You know what to do.
Are you just mercenaries fighting for scraps? Where is this so-called canoe honor?
Oh yeah, rat's great. Gotta be careful. Oh, okay, I think you guys have died twice already. This is unfortunate. Alright, that should be good for charging. Alright, I'll leave that alone. And keep running. Get to 100%. Alright. Oh, we're onto his chest now. Okay. Gives me a little bit health. There we are, full health. Alright, come on. I'm gonna get that Nox killed. Oh, we're locked in here. That's good. That means no more Grenier coming in. It's gonna take out this rabble-rousing bunch. Alright, that one's down. Or maybe not. Maybe there's spawn points inside the room. I believe it. Oh my word, that is so... Oh, Helios is dead for good. Okay, don't have to be concerned about him anymore then. Timer, oh, a few seconds left. Okay. There we go. And while I'm away, let's get... Ah, its back spot's open now. And that's enough for... There we go. Let's now play it down. Wonder how much steel essence I have now. I mean, I spent some on the shotgun ribbon, which was turned out to be a disappointment for a bad gun. Alright, there's Saturn done, and there's Stalker being a stalker. What do I want? Alright, Orbiter, decorate number 1. And still past Saturn. That'll do. Europa and Saturn look pretty similar. Yeah, you get a statuette for every planet you complete on the steel path. Line them up by the observatory. Alright, now for... Honestly, if I just back this, I should be fine. Alright, solar rail, and then we're on to the next planet. Is it also Vernier, or is it Corpus? Get that battery charge. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I've got lift and knockdown on that. I can stun lock them. That. It is more Grenier. Okay. We have the excursions too. Corpus, Corpus, Grenier, Grenier, Corpus. Assassinate. I should probably take care of that first. It's still Jupiter. Alright. So I want magnetic and I want radiation. Do mag, honestly. Alright, let's see. Ew. Oh, right. I think. Yeah, I think this is my anti-boss one. So now I need... Top core with Brad. For you, I need... Yes, the anti-corpus one. And for the Fenko, we do copy. Eh. I mean, I guess this could work. That sticks up a little bit too much for my taste, but maybe I should play with it for a bit. Yeah, I'll try playing with it for a bit. As for the chest, though... Yeah, nothing really jumps out. No, wait, that's solo. There we go. Because they're incursions, I'll definitely get groups. Well, it does increase the boss's HP. It's kind of made up for it by the fact that these guys probably have some sick-ass ribbons. In fact, I think Alex is pretty close to dead already. Ah, yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, that's all I need to do. That's all I needed to do, and whatever. Whatever. It's done. He bounces off so sharply.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
Yeah, Narush players can also be a bit dumb. I mean, the whole frames deal is that you start the mission, you hold down 4, it drains your health but gives you armor, and it goes up to 100% damage reduction. So you just do that, and then you get your health back, and that's it. You just be stupid the rest of the game. I mean, because of that, he is in high demand, though. Relatively high demand. Not as high demand as Wukong, but Inaros never clicked with me. Unlike Wukong, I'm not going to shame you for playing Inaros. I just don't like Inaros. I'm starting to encounter more Inaros players who are bad team players. Alright, what's next? Rescue, sabotage, rescue, mobile defense. Those three will go fast, so mobile defense. Alright. Let's bring Zephyr, and let's stick with config A.
If I may say, operator, your chosen
Config
warframe
B? Yeah, config B. Yeah, I'm fighting Corpus. I'll stick with the anti-Corpus loadout. Again, copy killers. That's why I copy colors so much, is just look at them. They're on the backs of the hand, but they gel so well with the warframes. You may as well think they're just part of the frame and not weapons. So, copy colors it is. Half hour in already.
These are worthy foes.
Oh, it was Arcwing.
Underestimate them at your peril.
Well. I mean, Zephyr's still an alright pick for the rest of them, but oh, okay.
Do not let the enemy destroy the satellite before I have what we need.
I know, right? It's always like 7 cents or 1 cent or like 4 cents for a game. Like, if it's a double-digit cents, that's actually a really popular and expensive card, apparently. It's weird. I think I earned like 42 cents on the Steam market, because I'm just like, you know what? Let's just sell a bunch of cards. Maybe one day I'll sort through my trading cards again and put some more up on the market. Like maybe I'll earn $50 this time. The hell's that guy's art gun, though? Oh, an Imperator Vant. Does the Imperator always have projectiles that large?
I have the data. Move on to the next target. The surveillance data is heavily encrypted. It will take time to extract.
Alright. Now that was some smooth flying.
The satellite while I extract opening.
And I say that while being on the freaking edge of my seat, because holy crap, I brushed a number of walls. Oh yeah, I think I'm on the final format for this too.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Alright, I don't think I should go back this far. See? I mean, Arcwing Mobile Defense is kind of the best way to get Arcwing XP, usually. But, as you can see, players squirrel a lot, which kind of negates the benefits.
Find the next satellite.
You need to stay close together in order to actually get the shared affinity thing going. Instead, you end up competing for kills. everybody's just going off in every direction. I'm not even gonna bother with that guy. That's the second time he's downed himself. The first time, okay, I'll try to pick you up, but like, this is the second time. And you're probably not nearby either. Ooh, Ribbon Sliver.
Still working on it. Continue to defend. All satellites have been hacked. Move to extraction.
Like, my first Steel Path Arcwing, I did admittedly have a rough time. I'm like, alright, I had to play it safe. But since then, it's gotten significantly easier, and I don't... Unless this is also this guy's first time, I really don't see why he's dying so often. Other than just being bad.
Will serve you well.
Well, we'll see at the end of the game with Breakdown. That guy is last in damage, despite all that, and highest in damage taken. That'll explain things. Oh, 4 to 22. Last in kills, though, and yeah, highest in damage taken. This guy was, what, 19? Alright. Yeah, 19 is not that experienced for Steel Path. In the game at large, I think that's fairly experienced, but not Steel Path. Alright, so we have basically the gotta go fast. I think it was like, what? Rescue, sabotage, rescue? Leave the Gamma Core on the Anti-Corpus loadout. I'll just bring the Queller for Grenier. Honestly, the Queller does less DPS. My secondaries do more DPS than my primaries. It's hard finding a good primary that isn't just the worst secondary. I need to air that grievance. Oh, wait, was that our... It must have been Kuva Rescue. Eh. Alright, that's noted. Yeah, it kind of depends on what games it's...
You may proceed. Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage.
There we go.
I will not forget this, Tenno. Subject found. You need to bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Alright, I'm fighting Corpus, so I should use the Gamma Core.
I need a weapon.
And done.
You are a blade. You exist to
49 seconds.
strive to win. The lesson ends.
Yeah, on to the AMD versus NVIDIA. I know it comes down to what they are apparently architecturally different GPUs. So you can't really optimize for both. You just optimize for one and the other one just does alright. And while there will be some games that are optimized for AMD, I think the bulk of the games out there are optimized around NVIDIA cards. So it then stands to reason
If I may say, operator, your chosen warframe
that AMD tends to
serves you
suffer in performance, even if the stats are like better than NVIDIA. Because of the unoptimized nature of it all, it could not perform as well. Also, I think AMD was going for price or cost effectiveness with theirs, like they're trying to be the. Actually, I haven't looked at. I mean, I haven't looked at GPU prices and how it's like a long time, obviously. But the last I recall, when I looked into it, AMD was kind of like the budget option. Like they give you more bang for your buck, but Nvidia was generally better, even if it was a lot more expensive.
Security measures have locked the coolant cells in place. Destroy them. Coolant cell destroyed.
I'm not gonna do this thing.
Lock down the coolant cells. We have no choice but to destroy
Yeah, that color's not doing too much.
the reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use
Probably should have brought the
every
Scourge.
to ensure it never works again. Coolant cell destroyed.
That or migrated it over to corrosive.
Cell reinserted. When the
But it has innate cold, so what am I going to do with that?
destroy the fuel injectors. A blast door has blocked your evacuation route.
Wait, when you destroy the fuel injectors, what the hell's the guy in the lead doing? Got it. Okay, there we go. Of course, it's a Wukong.
If it's
What you
useful,
have learned here
do it.
will serve you well.
Yeah. Which that. Well, eBay is more of an auction site, but emotionally speaking, that does reinforce my conception that AMD is more for the cost effective. I'm not going to say budget, because I know AMD can perform very close to, if not on par with NVIDIA. I won't say AMD is like hands down worse, but they definitely go for a lower price, which may cost some performance, and definitely the games are optimized for NVIDIA drivers for the most part. Scourge. I should really recolor this. I colored this thing way back before I even bought color palettes myself. I mean, I told you I got gifted color palettes in the beginning. This is using those colors. And I like it. It actually jives with a lot of my other color schemes for Warframes, but I think it's about time I repaint it. Oh, I thought it would be on the... I saw the Arcwing symbol and I thought it would be a Kugel Fortress. No, it's on Neptune. Just to reiterate, there is no fall damage. I just rode the elevator because I felt like it. That's what I'm saying. No fall damage.
Keep going. No way to
There are hard landings, though, if you fall. If you hit the ground hard enough.
rescuing the prisoner. Keep searching.
We can cancel that just by doing any kind of acrobatic, any kind of parkour during your moment of landing. Okay, I will read that paragraph when I don't need to speed run through a goddamn near submersible base. As Gauss specifically. If I weren't Gauss, I may be able to read that while running, but not as Gauss.
You are approaching the holding area. Careful. If the
Oh, that's Neza.
they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Okay. Oh boy. Wait, like black screen of death for... No, it'd just be a crash of desktop for if it was a game. It's like your actual OS is crashing. Jeez. Never really tried the sneaky route in this way.
This is the jail. Our hostage is in one of these cells.
Take the stars, not a minute too soon.
Alright, pop 2, and just keep running.
Prisoner to the extraction point, and I'll take care of the rest.
I need a weapon.
Actually, yeah, you got my gamma core. Good, good. So, of the issues I've had with NVIDIA drivers, I mean, maybe at one time in the past there was a memory leak. That's really hard to tell, because if so, it was very small, and they only would have known about it if they had mentioned they fixed a memory leak. Because, I mean, a lot of programs can have memory leaks. Windows has memory leaks too, by the way. Aside from that, my biggest grievance is that with the GeForce experience, which is what they named their app for like controlling everything. Oh, and the Wukong was being slow as fuck too. Totally idle.
It is done, Tenno.
You'll notice the really bad players tend to be Wukong. I just heard a recent term called the Meta Monkey Brigade in a random Warframe video. And that makes a lot more sense when I realize that a lot of the meta players also play Wukong. Alright. Yeah, this is the GeForce experience. So, I mean, it seems neat because, hey, you can say, I think it was details. You can have it kind of optimize stuff for you. But the issue with that, I think, it wasn't optimized, is that it's a slider. And I want to say, like, let's target X amount of FPS. And then just get as best settings you can while hitting that FPS mark. It doesn't really let you do that. So I don't really use this. Although that's honestly an old gripe because I don't use this for much other than to get the updates My problem with the updates is that with two monitors, it tends to kind of, for just a brief second, it basically disconnects a second monitor when the graphics, when it's uninstalling in the old driver and installing the new one. So like a lot of stuff gets shifted from my second monitor over to my first one, and then I, after the restart, I then have to fix that clusterfuck. Which has gotten better over the years. Less stuff is getting moved, but like the task manager, sorry, not task manager, task bar is, let me unlock that. Yeah. So I have this like over on the left because otherwise it's covered by the game I'm playing. And when it update the driver, it gets moved here even if it's locked. Even locked, it just gets shifted over here, and that, yeah. It's an annoyance more so than something that really hinders usage, like a black screen of death. So yeah, video drivers are, compared to your experience, far better. I mean, dude, my graphic card was made in 2013. So yeah, I don't think it's because your card's old. I think it's because either you got a bad card, or it's AMD's being bad with their programmers. So I'm on a GTX 970. It was released in 2013. I got my card in 2014. I've been using it for 7 years now. I've long since wanted an upgrade, but I can't afford one. Fortunately, a lot of my favorite games come from the mid-2000s, long before this graphics card was released, so they can handle those just fine. Let's Yeah, I use the term schlock, which I kind of forget how to spell. Something like SCHLOK. Hmm. Yeah, I think we previously established we were all leaning indie here. Oh my. I was down to 200 late earlier today. Or was that yesterday? Yesterday. Damn. Damn. The question is, how much of this do I want to spend? Because I don't care for the cosmetics here. I have a lot of stands for me. I like packs I can get elsewhere. I don't like the look of this. For these skull snakes, and I've seen a number of people with these. I get why, because you can only get this by doing very hard mode. Like, fair enough, we want to show off, but like, I don't think it looks nice. I wouldn't use it. So I'm not getting those. Same with here. I mean, I guess basically this outfit for your operator, but like, Ain't a huge fan. Maybe the sleeves, but that's kind of it. So it really just leaves Kuva and the weekly thing, and I already brought the weekly thing, and the weekly thing was dud. It was a shotgun Riven, and Rivens are veiled. Then you have to do a challenge with Riven equipped, and you complete the challenge, and then you get the Riven is unveiled. So you know what type of weapon it is, a shotgun, but you don't know for which shotgun. And I got it for the Convectrix, which is a bad shotgun. In fact, I forgot it existed, it's that bad. I could have gotten it for the Bubonico, which is like a shotgun I use. Yeah. The real issue with Indie is marketing. And I don't mean the issue that I have with Indie, I mean the issue that Indie will have thriving is the fact that they have the passion to make great games, but they don't have the budget or the know-how to market themselves effectively, and Steam is stepping up on that front. Their algorithms have gotten better. They have the Steam Games Festival every February, I think. They've only done it for 2 years now, which highlights only indie games. They will not show AAA games there, which is great. I think the biggest budget title that seemed to be there was Graven. I mean, that Steam Games Festival is how I learned about Shady Knight, which is basically melee Ultra Kill. You already know what I think of Ultra Kill. Oh, that's a lot of Steel Essence. That's a lot of Kuva. I don't want to buy that much Kuva, though. The most expensive thing you can get on the weekly rotation is 150 Steel Essence. And if you do the incursions every day, you should get 75 Steel Essence per week. So I want to keep a bank of 200 around, so that way when the expensive stuff comes around, I'm not totally devoid. Because you also have to take into account that you'll may or may not get Acolytes kills as well, which also give you extra essence. And maybe you do Steel Essence farm too, who knows. Actually, I'm going to look up the weekly rotations, because it's fixed. I think the next one's an Umbra Forma, and I have 4 of those, but this is apparently the only way to get them. Yeah, so it was just the Shotgun Riven mod. And last week was the Rifle Riven, and then before that Endo. I remember all those. So next week is the Umbra Forma, which is 150, and then it's the 50k Kuva, which is exactly why I have the Steel Essence saved up. Because that's way more cost effective than buying the 10k packs. I haven't used Kuva in a long time though, because I'm trying to save up for a huge amount and just get a bunch of rolls out at once. Yeah, the 50,000 rotating Kuva purchase gives 36% more Kuva per essence than the 10k. Oh, yeah, that's true. Hey, if I get big enough, I could promote my own games. Kick Gun Ruin. Yeah, I don't really care for Kick Guns or Zaws yet. I have not delved into the Mega weapon stuff at all, and I have little will to. Because they ask you to farm so much goddamn minerals, and they're the rare kinds too. It's like, what? I've been playing this for a while, and you think you have a decent stockpile, and then you're like, oh, I need triple the amount that I currently have to make like 3 guns. And there's like 8 guns with like 8 different parts. There's like 3 slots, maybe 8 different parts for each. That's At least 64. I know 64 is 8 squared. I don't know what 8 cubed is off the top of my head. But yeah, there's a lot of combinations. And the theory crafter in me wants to be sure I get the optimal ones, like right off the bat, instead of just putting together whatever. Which is another reason why I don't want to delve into it. It's so many numbers to crunch. Like with the regular weapons, you see the stats. Alright, I know what mods I gotta slap on here. But that's all. That's just balls and the kick guns. Maybe I should increase now. I just had the thought of increasing the baseline to 300 steel essence, but then that's because these two combined would be 200 if I get them both, and then I get 75 per week for each of these, except for the endo, which I don't care about. But that leaves me with an issue of that I'm constantly only gaining enough steel essence just to buy that week. So when we get back around to the Umbra Forma, we're back in the red. Well, it might be fine. If I don't get the Rifle Ribbon and the Endo, I think that's 150. Right there. And hopefully get enough from Acolytes. Okay. I'm gonna ask on some of the couple of Warframe Discords I'm on if I should actually be getting the Umbra Forma, because if I'm not getting the Umbra Forma, then fuck it. That saves me a hell of a lot of steel essence. In the meantime, I'll get like 65. In this case, 60. There we are. Got some Kuva. Not enough Kuva, but I got Kuva. $200k is enough for 50 rerolls on one that's over 10 rolls. So it's 20k to get to your first, do your first 10 rolls, and then it's another 20k for every 5 rolls thereafter. And since the rolls, the stats are random, either you get lucky with a good enough roll, or you just keep rolling. Just keep rolling, or you sell it off. I haven't... It takes a long while to sell off ribbons, at least for me. So I'd rather just either transmute or keep rolling. Oh, hi.
The steady blade in certain hands extracts a tide of blood and pain. That's all we have time for.
Okay. Ribbon. I have 3 ball ribbons. I didn't buy any of these. I've just unveiled them all. Why do I have 3 bala ribbons? Orchitotron I got up for sale, but I'm not really going to show up on the sales unless I mark myself online on the market, and because I have like 90 plus items up for sale, regular items, I'm going to get bombarded with whispers, and so that contributes to why it takes so long to sell these ribbons. It's also the Ocklex ribbon. Like, I could make the Ocklex into a pretty decent weapon with the ribbon, but I'm not quite a fan of the Ocklex. So I feel like it'd be a bit of a waste of Kuva to roll this. Alright, so Argonaut. Bala's a bit of a dud. Convectrix, yeah. Could do Transmute then. What else do I not want? Monta, Queller, Ghost Scourge, Silva, Sparlaser, Soma, Stradivar, Tombfinger, Supra. Hoopla! And here's the thing, like, these Bala stats seem pretty decent out of context, too, for all of these unrolls. But I don't know which one's, like, best for a Bala. And in fact, it's the fucking Zaw, it's a custom-make one, so it really does depend. Ugh. Well, Attica I gave up on. I mean, it's good stats, but the Attica has some pretty bad downsides to it. Namely, you got bad fire rate, low mag size, and long reload times. And it's a crit gun with low status chance, so going damage multi-shot, I mean, that does shore up the strengths, but I was hoping for some, like, reload speed. Hexamoni's alright. Yeah, it could be better, but it could also be far, far worse. And Axolotl has already got like 35% usage, so I think I like that ribbon. Baza, that could be better. I mean, it's not a bad one, but it feels a bit middling. Convectrix. I do not like the Daikyu. I mean, that could be better, but I also don't use the Daikyu that much. Darkrai, I do want to reroll. That thing, I mean, it's great all the way up until you get to the minus combo count chance. That's where it all falls apart. Because that is a gigantic ass negative. Dren's great. Funa's good. Actually, I'll leave that highlighted. Galantine could definitely be way better. Really good, still. Gamma Core, I'll just leave alone. I mean, that could be way better, but that's already a pretty great ribbon. It's kinda hoping for maybe reload speed or plus cold or something. You know, get an element on there, but like plus damage, plus multi-shot, plus punch through. Alright! It's pretty great. Hiko could, I mean, I'd like for some plus damage on there or something. The Hiko feel pretty weak. Great for inflicting statuses, but outside that, they aren't good. Kogake, yeah. Yeah, things die before I get to do a proper combo. Welcome back, Schliff. I got the 200k Kuvas and trying to figure out what exactly I want to reroll. Because, I mean, one of the fun things to do with the sparring weapons is to build up a combo and then do a heavy, because the heavies, they're ground stomps, and it's so fun to do, and it's so fun to tie in with the regular combos. But the thing is that, like, with how I've built my stuff dies before I get a high enough combo counter to make it feel like it's worthwhile to start hitting ground pounds. So the heavy attack efficiency feels like a wasted slot. The damage to infested, it's definitely a wasted slot. I mean, if you're fighting infested, it's not, but in general it is. So it leaves just like a plus attack speed, and that's... Again, good thing, but just not enough of a good thing, because you could get plus cold, plus melee damage, plus attack speed, and like minus something else. That's still huge-ass damage, though. The Lotto got a really good Riven, and then the Pandero is almost identical Riven. Actually, it's a weaker version, but still, if it were same strength, I think the Pandero might be better than the Lotto at this point. Because the Pandero Prime has better stats than the Lotto. But because of these two Rivens, the Lotto actually ekes out as far as mine go. It's out ahead. Oh, there's the Quanta. Okay. Sorry about the Quanta. Yeah, I don't want anything to do with the Quanta. So Convectrix. Argonhawk. So if I can find one more Riven that I really don't want. Could be one of the Balas, honestly, but I don't know which one's good for a Bala. I won't know until I make a Bala. And, making a Bala is going to be a challenge in of itself. Flash, Toxin, damage to Corpus. Toxin, additional combo count, chance, and range. Crit damage, electricity, crit chance. I put minus puncture. The Hind I might have thrown out if not for the fact I've got a Kuva Hind, and the Kuva Hind's pretty nice. The unfortunate part is it's minus reload speed, and I think the Kuva Hind is slow to reload, so that just makes it worse. There's a Supra. If I really don't care about the Supra, I could get a transmute going on here. I mean, I don't particularly care for the Supra right now, but I might. I have myself a Supra Vandal. Now, at a glance, it seems similar to the Queller. Yeah, lower status chance, better reload time. Mag size is the same. Damage is less. Crit stats are better. Fire rate's better too. I didn't potato it. Makes sense. I just not fire. It probably has a spool up time. Alright, let's look up Super Vandal then. If this has spool up time, I might. Because I have to potato things to really know if they can be decent or not. Might even need to former them too. It's a real issue. Alright, Super Vandal. Puncture damage, very high damage per second once fully spooled. That answers that question. Your critical chance, very high status chance, high accuracy, high sustainable fire rate. Tied with Queller for largest magazine size of all weapons. Tied with Summer Prime for the fastest spool up of all auto spool rifles with optimal fire rate and accuracy achieved after a spool period of 4 shots. That's nice to hear. Fire starts at 40% and increases by 20% per shot. Alright, can equip the Supra exclusive directed convergence and entropy ladder first. Now, the status chance and increase accuracy when aiming. Disadvantages: low impact and slash damage, projectiles at travel time, slow reload speed, low Low ammo efficiency, moderate recoil. What's that plus CC? Okay, so it's what, 3 pips? Okay, looks like a super can actually be pretty good with Riven. According to the testimonies in the wiki comments. Comparing to a Soma is a bit... I've had bad experience with the Soma. I really liked it at first. I liked it actually a lot. In fact, to the point that it's my 3rd most used primary at 5.3%. But I came to hate the Soma because it felt like it just couldn't shred through things fast enough. And then before I logged on just to speak. And trying to make it deal more damage, it just can't. And I got a Riven, and the Riven's just not rolling right, so I feel very frustrated with the Soma. And I gave up on the Riven, so I've given up on the Soma too. Intrinsic, both mods at max. That's going to be tower resistance, honestly. I still don't have... Oh, damn, 99.2% crit chance. That's good. What was that? Attack speed 1.1, crit multiplier 6.4. Get some base damage. Some base damage, but it doesn't have... Prone to heavy trauma. Wait, how much impact does this have? Interesting. Sacrificial pressure, sacrificial steel. Spoiled strike. Buzzkill. Player might amalgam organ shit. Alright, sacrificial pressure. No, steel. That's where the crit chance comes from. No element though. So this won't be that generally useful. But that still seems pretty strong. Hey, don't have better diseases. Oh, he logged off literally just to spam me that shit. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. So what's that? Crit damage with combo multiplier, sacrificials, spoiled strike. Probably replace primed heavy trauma then. Quickening, yeah, I'd take that. Wait, 9? This thing has 90? Well, maybe some 90 capacity, or is the Paracesis one of those, like, 5 formal weapons? Alright, right next to Venka is Pedo. Yeah, I think it's one of the 5 formal ones. I think the shield deck's at 5, right? Yeah, it is. Alright. I can now start to see why people use the Paracesis so much, because the Paracesis, I don't see people using it a lot for a couple of reasons. And some people I've talked to about that say it's not that great of a greatsword. But I think the main reason it's not really used is because it requires 1,000 ducats to make. And you need to make like 2,000 to 3,000 ducats each week for barrow. So how are you going to get 1,000 ducats for a Paracesis? On top of that. That's really the whole issue with it. At least with me not having it. Like, if I don't care about what barrow has when he pops in, like, and I have 1,000 left over, I'll definitely make a Paracesis. That hasn't happened yet. I've been playing for 6 months and that hasn't happened yet. I'll keep the soup running for maybe one day when I experiment with that. So I still have 3 out of 4 weapons I need for sacrifice. I'd like this one to be good, but I just can't make it good enough. It has great crit stats and good fire rate and mag size, but the reload speed and the base damage need to be increased. Do we need to reroll the Tiburon and Stradivar ones too? Alright, let's get some rerolls in the Dakra. The Dakra has some really good crit stats for her sword, although the base damage loses out to a number of others. But hopefully if I get a good enough Riven roll, it could become my best sword. Right now it's a great heavy attack weapon, but I don't really like sword heavy attacks, and I can't change those, so yeah. I'll bring up to 100 rolls. Oh, that's decent. Oh, that's decent. Damn it. They're decent. Base damage is great. Additional combo count chance, that's great too. Status chance is eh. That chance on this thing is not terrible, but it's not the focus either. Holding crit chance, though. Forget it, I'll take this. Status duration. Initial combo, okay-ish. Crit damage is nice, but you need crit chance to go with it. Range is decent. Toxin attack speed crit chance. Oh no. Oh no, that's also good. Why am I getting good rolls now? Why are the rolls good now? It's its own problem. Can't leave this read until I choose one, but what if I can't choose? Okay. So additional combo count chance, so end up replacing drifting contact. And that means we'll hit the 12 times combo multiplier sooner. Arguably 50% sooner. By the law of large numbers. Which means we will hit max blood rush stacks and max weeping wound stacks 50% sooner. Though we lose the combo duration, so we'll also lose them faster if I don't engage in combat often enough, so depends on the situation, but if I'm starting from scratch I'll get up there faster, but if the combat encounters are spread apart far enough, I'll lose, more likely to lose them. Plus melee damage, that's just straight plus 125% damage, that's double and a quarter my DPS. And the status change, which is alright. More status change is nice because, you know, viral, heat, corrosive, the elements are nice. I find status guns to fare better than crit guns in Steel Path. Mostly because it lets you bypass armor and defenses and things. But those have a cap too, they go up to 10 stacks and then it's not much more reason to have status, so it's better to have crit too. But still, I choose status first. But this here's a crit sword. So crit chance. That's great. We're at like 36% crit base, so we're already up to what? 72. Like upper 80s, maybe 90% crit with just the ribbon on there. Then we add on an actual, just one stack of Blood Rush and we're already over 100% crit chance. Yeah, plus attack speed. So that's like a plus 43. So we're going to build combo stacks a lot faster with the attack speed, as well as have crit procs more often and status procs more often, and have 43% more DPS output. So that's just how attack speed and DPS calculations work. And then we have 70% toxin, so it can replace toxic barrage and only lose a little bit of status chance. Well, 60% status chance, but that's little in the grand scheme of things. It does sound better then. His attack speed's actually a lot better than you first think, but still, it's like melee damage is really freaking good too. So it's like more DPS than what attack speed would give me. Just attack speed also gives me more opportunities to proc things. In addition to also basically being a combination of melee damage and combo count. The problem with this is you can't guarantee you're just going to get one back if you decide to choose one over the other. No, 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 this is a no return. There's a no return policy at the Riven store. The attack speed does help increase the ceiling a bit, as does the crit chance. I think the melee damage would increase the ceiling even more. There you go, minus crit chance for slide attack. There are some people who spam slide attack a lot, so that's an actual minus. But for me, I also like to use the right mouse, the ADS combos for advancing forwards too, so minus stats for slide attacks isn't really an issue. You could say it's a non-negative. But the positives there's like crit damage, status duration, heavy attack efficiency. Ah, thanks. Minus damage to corpus, plus damage to Grenier, plus crit chance, plus heat. -1 range. Oh boy. I'll stop if I get a god roll or I hit 100 rolls. Whichever comes first. Oh, that's a lot of melee damage. That's a lot of melee damage. Without status duration.
You're a perfect person for a guy like me, and your eyes are shiny like you don't see. I wish you could be mine for eternity. Could you please be mine? Hey, you trapped my soul, you broke my law. I took your thing, cause you stole my heart, trapped my soul, like a superstar, start, cause you're my start, a superstar, cause you're my start, a superstar, cause you're my start, a superstar,
Oh, okay.
cause you're my star. You're a perfect person for a guy like me, and I know for sure that we are meant to be. If your heart is blocked, then I may have open key. Could you please be mine? Hey, you trapped my soul, you broke my law. I think you're fake, cause you stole my heart, trapped my soul, like a superstar, a superstar, cause you're my star, a superstar, cause you're my star, a superstar, cause you're my star, a superstar,
combo duration.
You can call me Hieronymus Flex, because I'm on the light bow. When it flex like me, call me 1, 2, 1, 3, 3, 4, 3, 9, 4, 2, 3. Lads and lasses, I give you Valma Blood Elixir. Go back that missing link. See into other people's thoughts. Learn a library's worth of knowledge in moments. Wield powerful magic incantations. Live for thousands of years. Only 20 septims a bottle. Valma Blood Elixir. The one and only. Only 20 gold septims.
Alright. Heavy attack efficiency, additional combo count chance. Nope. So my pangolin one was plus melee damage, plus slash. It was minus finisher damage and plus something else. I think it was plus cold. So if I can get plus melee damage and plus slash, that would be honestly fantastic. But that's honestly, how many potential combinations there are, that's very, very low odds. Got 10 rolls left. An alright Riven for now, but let's see if I can get a better one. Okay, corrosive range minus status duration though. Good for Grenadier and heavy infested, that's about it though. Five more rolls. Range, toxin, heavy attack. No thanks. Chance for slide attack and heat. Almost had me there. Heavy attack efficiency, yeah, that's a non-negative to me, but crit damage and cold, not enough positives. Crit damage, combo duration, status duration, no thanks. Last roll. Minus slash, but plus crit damage, attack speed, and toxin. Alright. Like the third roll we got and all that. That's what we're in with.
Is your mod collection in order? No, I am not equipped to feel envy.
Alright, time to undo those. Oh, hello there. Yeah, time to undo the heavy attack builds. I think I'll keep C as just a pure crit build, but I've got to go. I have to redo all these, so put that in there. Yeah, 32.3%, that's nice. Vision Overload, Prime Reach. Berserker, obviously. And what we need is Weeping Wounds, but more importantly, Blood Rush. And now we have a problem because of innate polarity. Because I can't fit both of the elements I need for viral. Hmm. Oh, actually, I kind of can, can't I? Just won't have as much. Where is it? There's Volcanic Edge will take strike. Oh, this is Frost already there. It just won't have as much status chance as it could. That's really all it'll be. Moons. 159.6 is the total damage compared to Pangolin with 2061. Also know through, especially with the recent changes, I definitely prefer Crimson. Well, I may not. I may prefer Swooping Falcon with Docker Prime. I definitely prefer Crimson Dervish with Pangolin. That's because Pangolin's really good at getting slash procs on its own. Alright, so I should explain that a bit. Crimson Dervish is, or rather, stance mods. They give you the combos that your melee weapons use, the different animations, but they also have different attack values and procs. So each move, or rather certain moves in your combos, will force either a status effect or a crowd control on the enemy. So you can get a forced impact proc, which staggers, a forced slash proc, that's a bleed, or a knockdown or a lift. You also have, of course, moves that hit all around you and moves that slam, but those are kind of obvious which ones do that. So Crimson Dervish is the highest DPS. It has the highest multipliers and the best speed to come out to the average highest DPS of all the sword dances. For standing combo, anyways. Problem is, there's no slash procs in anything other than the ADS forward combo, which covers a woefully short range, and I don't really use all that often. So you get some impact procs, and I think get a knockdown, but you don't get any force slash. That's not an issue though to Pangolin, because my Pangolin has, of its 2,000 damage, 1,000 slash, half of its slash, so anytime a status procs, very high chance it's going to be a slash proc. Certainly need the force slash. Here though, you have 300 slash, and then 575 viral, so it's more likely to be a viral proc than a slash proc. And Swooping Falcon has a force slash proc inside its standing combo, and its rushing combo, and its standing ADS combo. Just not the forward running combo. So yeah, maybe it does have one in the forward running combo. So it's lower DPS than Crimson Dervish in terms of like raw direct damage, but it gets force slash procs, so it may be better for Docker Prime given it's not as leaning towards slash as Pangolin is. And then there's Ventral Revenant, which is too slow for its own good. It's a... If it weren't for how slow the attacks are, it would actually be a very powerful stance. But because it has a lot of CC, a lot of force procs, even on the running combo has some number of force procs on there. Makes it exceptional as well. But it's just so goddamn slow that you need like 2 speed mods to get to a comparable speed to the other stances. At that point, if you're using 2 slots for speed, while the other stances could use one of those slots for more damage, but they both have the same speed. So yeah, Ventral Revenant tends to kind of lose out. I sometimes use it instead of Swooping Falcon though, because it has its niches. And also just for flavor reasons. And there's Iron Phoenix. This one only... Its polarity only matches the beginning stances, so you're not going to see it too much as you get later in the game. It's also a good stance. Except for... Well, it's an alright stance. Not for one thing with a standing combo, it would actually be a pretty great stance, maybe the best. So the thing with this, that standing combo, it's a very fast 3-hit combo, just a stab followed by 2 uppercuts, making a cross. And that stab has a pretty high damage multiplier on it, and it has a Force Slash and Force Impact proc. The problem is that it also has multiplies your slash and impact damage by 20%. I don't mean it adds 20%, no, I mean it takes off 80% of your slash and impact damage and instead gives you like double puncture damage. And just about every sword in the game focuses slash with very little impact and puncture damage, so that stab tends to deal less damage than the follow-up moves. If not for that, it would actually be like the best thing, because it is very fast-paced, has good CC, it's a stance that gets right to the point. No pun intended. If not for that minus multiplier on that stab, because of that, Alright, so... High crit build, eh? Oh boy. Alright, that's the heavy attack stuff out of the way. For one, maybe not prime pressure point. Yeah, you do want Blood Rush. I probably will form this again, because I do want to form the slot that Blood Rush goes into. That's a 14, so it's a pretty big deal to just leave it be. I could slap on both Umbral mods. But only just. Only just. Organ Shatter, right? Yeah. Yeah, then I combine that with Gladiator Might, and we'll have very strong crit damage. The issue, though, is going to be what I'm going to slap into here. I can't do Pascal. Shattering Impact, maybe. Maybe. Well, that's the temporary for that. And for this one, we move that, because I don't think I want B anymore. Guess I'll swap those two then. And we'll pop that into A. And there we have our new Docker Prime for now. I'll max out Venka though. As long as I don't have a ribbon, 2 matter eye polarity should be all you need. Is it really almost... It's 22-22 already. Okay. Also, I'll check if... Ah, song's still going. Yeah, everything I'm playing right now is out of the first AA. Oh, also, the new gifts of the Lotus are here as well. You get some twin swords and a cape. Just so you know, Schleff. Level 10 to 15 again, melee only. Exterminatus. It would be a good opportunity to try out the Dakra, but I still gotta make use of... make use of Venka. Alright, let's give a quick check to... Oh, that's why he popped on to spam me with that. As long as I'm on the Discord that I asked, like, how many Umbra mods is, like, a good amount to have, and that's why. Because he'd recommend putting them on either the Vitrico or Paracesis. That's 2 mods, and, yeah. So I guess I can pass up on the Umbra mods, then. Also maybe even put them on the Docker, too. So I do have that crit build I'm going for on it. Let's see. Round variants. Alright. I've seen some people with Umbral Forma on their Warframes because the... I mean, I occasionally use Umbral Intensify because it is more than regular Intensify. Even though it costs like 5 more capacity. But the thing to note is that the Umbral mods act as a set. And so if you equip all 3 of them together, that 44% becomes 77%. But that's not more than Blind Rage at 99%. It is more than Transient Fortitude at 55%, though, but you're also eating up potentially 3 Forma. 3 rare Forma, I might add, and 2 more slots for Umbral Fiber and Umbral Vitality. For me, I usually only put 1 slot towards defense, which is adaptation or quick, or depending on the frame, maybe quick thinking. The rest of it goes towards things like, you know, duration, range, power, that stuff. So I'm not sure I'd really be able to fit all the Umbra mods without really compromising the build, and even then, polarity is carried over between configs. It's not a per config thing. So then I have to deal with a wrong polarity penalty on the other configs. Like, I use Umbral Intensify here on Protea, but I don't think I'd use the rest of the Umbral stuff. So I'd probably end up scrapping Adaptation and maybe even Constitution or something. That's like duration and some more defense. It's lost. Oh, whoops. But weapon, yeah, honestly, with the weapons, there isn't much to be lost, honestly. With the weapons, I mean, Sacrificial Steel gives you more crit chance than True Steel does, and that's without the set bonus. But then Sacrificial Pressure gives you, I think, it gives you 10% less damage than Pressure Point, but with the set bonus, it does give you more damage than Pressure Point. Oh gosh, I should have a... See, it's like 110 from Steel, 120 from Pressure Point. And it's 220 crit chance from Sacrificial Steel versus 120 from True Steel. It's a lot more crit chance. But with the set bonuses, you get 275% crit chance and 137.5% melee damage, which is more than Pressure Point. However, there's Prime Pressure Point, which is 165 versus 137 or 138, if you want to round up. So I could put at least one Umbral format on there to get Sacrificial Steel going, because the extra 55% crit chance loss might not be that much in the end. And again, the extra, 38% melee damage lost might also not be that much. Whatever. It's alright, I probably have enough Umbral Forma then. I still might get it next week, and there still is a week to go, so I'll wait. So I should hopefully have responses from the other servers and other people on this, but there's some good insight. Because if I get Umbral Formas off the table, and I don't need to worry about getting any more, then I can literally put an extra 100 Steel Essence safely and confidently into Kuva. It's going to get me a lot of Kuva. I might be able to do some more rolls again. I know what I'll roll though. Oh, it's 22:30. So on the dot this time, instead of a few minutes late. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I will take my post-stream bathroom break now, and see you tomorrow night.